we're making some changes to our skin procedure protocol, whatever you want to call it. A few reasons for that is that our insurance companies are getting really strict at the moment, and they're getting tighter on the actual rules of skin testing for colour for hairdressing salons. So if we don't get this right, we won't be covered. There's a latest science out, but I'll explain that after. Our National Hairdressers Federation, which is what we're part of, they're also giving us the right protocols to do, but also there's been product developments as well. So the latest science thing is that the more you are subject to PPD or colour on your skin, what do you call that? There's a word for it. Whenever I come to talk about it, I always forget what it is. But the more you are, it's gone from my head. Never mind. The more you come in contact with colour, then the more likely you are to get an allergic reaction or to develop an allergy to it. So the latest science is trying to stay away from doing skin tests all the time, but doing them every now and again, and then obviously not trying to kind of exposure. That's it. Expose yourself to having more PPD. So the less PPD now, this latest science is, the less PPD you're exposed to, the better for you and not developing an allergy to colour. Which it's actually not usually the colour, it's a particular chemical called PPD in it that most people are allergic to, which is in things like henna, tattoos, etc. That kind of thing, even eyebrow colouring and stuff like that. It's the PPD that people have allergic reactions to. And it's that the insurance companies are getting strict on whether they cover us if there is a problem. So we're trying to really tighten up our skin test procedures, following the right ones. And I've got two options for you, basically. So it's just, I wanted to come on here and just kind of like explain, give you an explainer rather than writing an email or doing a video. I just thought we could interact a little bit. Thank you, Mandy. Exposed. Thank you. I got there in the end, but I wish I'd have seen that sooner. Yeah, the more you're exposed to PPD, the worse it is. For some reason, that word disappears. But yeah, so we've got two options for all the clients. We're going to, the two options are this. There's an AAT test, which is an allergy test. I've forgotten the actual word now. That's ridiculous. And I've got it written somewhere. Allergy alert test. Thank you. If anybody on there does know the answer, bob it on. But allergy alert test, the AAT test, which is basically what we've basically done forever, which is we put a little bit of colour, mixed colour, onto your arm 48 hours before your colour appointment, and then you leave that on for 48 hours, rinse off with warm water and see if there's any reaction over that time on your skin. And basically the reaction will be like either bumps or itchy or going red, and that's a sign that you have an allergy to the colour, to the PPD inside the colour. So that's the allergy alert test. So what we will be, for every client now, because we've been a while since we've been in lockdown for so long, we've decided we're going to skin test every single client that comes. So when we phone, so we're going to begin calling and making those appointments next week. When we call you, we'll give you the details. We'll give you a date and a time for the appointment, and then a date and a time for the skin test as well. So both of those will happen, and we'll explain everything then as well. But so this is the free test that you can do, the AAT test. What we will then do, we'll do everybody's skin test. We then have to create a consultation card and record card that will all be documented. And then what we're looking to do, there's two different things going on with that test. And this, at the moment, we're working with our insurance company just to choose which one it is that they'll cover us for. So at the moment, it looks like the insurance companies are saying that we have to test before every single colour. So that could possibly happen. The other option is that every time you come for a colour, we do a screening questionnaire. And that screening questionnaire will ask you some questions. And if the answers are good on them 6 questions, then you don't need that skin test. And we'll do that before your appointment. So there's those two things going on with the allergy alert test, and at the moment I can't give a definitive answer on it. I'm just working with our insurance company to find which one of those two is going to work for us, and which ones they'll cover. So it'll either be that we have to skin test the AAT, the allergy alert test, every time you have a colour, 2 days, 48 hours before you have a colour, or it will be that we can do the screening questions, and we only have to skin test every 6 months. So that, yeah, I know which one I would prefer, and I'm sure you're the same. You prefer not to have it done every time. Trust me, that's what we would like as well. But the main thing is that we want to keep you safe. We want to keep us protected and make sure the insurance company are agreeable to that. So please just be aware that that was a little bit between those two, but that's the free test. The other test is called Colourstart. As some of you will know, we did, after last lockdown, use a product company called Colourstart, and we could give you the patches out, and that was fantastic. But they've had a big change now, and they've gone to something called Colourstart Passport. It's been in the pipeline for about, I'd say 5-6 years, maybe longer, I don't know. But they've really, this is the way they've wanted to go. And we love it. We think it's a great idea. So you're going to have these two options. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a moment. So just to make you aware of some of the changes it will mean in the salon. So every client who has a colour service, colour service will be having a written out consultation card. So we'll do the consultation and we'll be making notes on there. Any strand test, any compatibility test, any stretch test, any of the tests we do will need to be recorded on that. And that's a bit of a change. That's us tightening our procedures and making them better for us and for you, and safer for everybody. So that's one thing. So just be aware that when you come to the salon, there will be more kind of consultation screening kind of questions that happen in the salon that you might have to sign. No big deal. We'll make it as easy and as light as is possible. And I'm just working out whether I do that by, actually I'll be doing both. I'll be doing paper and email. So just be aware there may be a few more small emails when you're having a colour appointment, but they'll all be explained when we speak to you as well individually. That makes sense? I hope it does. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if that made sense so far. If you have any questions, bob them in there, or messages on Facebook after I can answer. That's great. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, so the Colourstart Passport. Oh, just so you know, I'll put a link in the comments. It might already be there. Not quite sure how Facebook works, to be honest. But in the comments, I'll put in a link there. My wife's just come in and give me a note, and that it's thrown me off a little bit. But yeah, I'll put a link into our website, and there'll be a skin test policy on there, and that'll explain everything. And there's a little video as well about the Colourstart Passport, but it'll explain a few things on there, give you some links that you can look at. So the Colourstart Passport, I'll show you this. This is brand new. It's something I think is going to revolutionise. I think it's the way everything's going to go. The MHRA have said this is a medicine now, and this is what they recommend because of the latest science. It means less exposure to PPD. So this is a big box of what we have in the salon already for if anybody wants them. It comes in a little packet like this. I don't know if you can see that. I'm looking at the screen instead of that. And then inside is your patch that you do yourself. Now, there's instructions within each pack as well. So remember, you'll have two options. This isn't like honestly, this is just purely, I think this will be a beneficial to a lot of clients. Not everybody, but to some and some and not others. So it's not a sales pitch, but it is a way we want to go and use skin tests. So with this Colourstart Passport, like the word suggests, passport, it means you can go anywhere with this passport. So what you have to do is you register online at colourstart.com, and you can, if you look on that link that I showed you before, there's a link to it there. And before you've even bought anything, you can register on there, so it won't cost you anything. You can register on there, and you can read all about it. It'll tell you all the information. You can register on it, and you begin your passport. And what happens is then you then buy one of these patches. you put this patch, I think it's on your arm here. All the instructions are with it, and there's a video with instructions, and you do that yourself. And I think you do it 5 days before any colour service, and you put that on, and then you check over the next 5 days to see whether there's been any reaction to the patch, which is just finding out whether you're allergic to PPD. Now, the great thing about that, it's all online, so you have your own little portal online that then you are then, if there's no reaction, you get a green tick, and you are free to use that colour test anywhere and everywhere you go. So what will happen then is when you go to get, so if you've done that and it's a tick, you can come to the salon, no problem. The beauty of it is that you can come straight away. Like, so for instance, you could buy this now, this pack, put this on, do all your setup and registering, put this on, and then get your tick, and you're all ready to go. And then, so you come for your colour. The next time you can then go home. You don't have to do another skin test. All you have to do then is answer the screening questions in your own portal. If it gives you a green tick, you're free to go anywhere. The main advantage is you can literally phone and say, can I have my colour done today? And people can, and they can look at, you'll send us what your passport says, and then you we can go, yeah, you can have it done today. So that's one advantage. The other advantage is you're completely in control of it. So you're in charge of your skin testing. You can even use it if you go to get your brows done or anything else. You can say to that salon, they'll have to become registered, but you can say to that salon, I've already had the test done. I'm already sorted. So the other beauty of it is you can do this. If nothing changes in your life, style, i.e. medication, if you have a henna tattoo, pregnant, if it doesn't change, then you will have that green tick and you won't have to have a skin test again. So there's quite a few advantages. The way to think about it is a passport. So it gives you like a license to go whenever, wherever you can, and knowing that you've been skin tested and it's safe to use colour. There is a cost to it. And it is £15, so it's not free. So just remember, these are the two options. So this is £15. You can collect it from us from the salon, or you can get it online, free delivery through that Salon Love shop that's on our website. Again, there's a link on there as well. Have a read about it first. Ask me any questions you have. It's quite difficult to just keep speaking, but it's quite good. All the instructions are in it. But what I would suggest is don't buy anything yet, but literally go and have a look at Colourstart.com and just check out what it means. You'll see the 6 questions that it's going to ask you before it asks you. You then go through this thing, order your patch test, do your patch test, and then see what the reaction is. Go back on your portal, and then it'll give you a tick, and your skin test is done. And for most people, it'll be done for a long time. I don't want to give a date, but it could be 6 months, could be 12 months, could be 2 years. Depends on whether you have any personal changes, such as, like I say, having a henna tattoo. Having exposing yourself to any more PPD gives you a higher risk. So you'll see on the 6 questions that they ask, on the 6 questions that they ask, what you need to look at. Thank you for sticking with me. This is not the most interesting subject at 7:30, 7:45 at night. So thank you. Let me just double check I've gone over everything on my notes. I probably haven't. Yep. Great. Yeah. So literally, you could get this Colourstart patch test today, order it, register, order it, get it done tomorrow, day after, whenever it comes, and then you can pick it up from the salon tomorrow if you wanted. Do it, and then you're done, and you're completely ready. Yeah, I've literally gone through it. So that's literally the two options that's going to happen. There's nothing else in there. So The other thing to it is, if you're interested in this, I can send you the link invite to that thing. So if you could just message us on Facebook, on the messenger, just message the page, and I can just send you an invite from Colourstart to the right place. But the link should take you there as well anyway. But let me know what you think. That'd be brilliant. Just let me know what options you would prefer. And obviously, we're going to start calling everybody next week, which is great. And then when we call you next week, we'll see what you want to do, and it's no problem. Basically, if you want the Colourstart, you could have already got that. If you just want the AAT, brilliant. We could just set your appointment to come for those tests. I think that's pretty much it, really. I think I did all right for time, and can see there's a few people still left. Thank you so much for staying with me. If you have any questions, bob them in right now. I'll just stay on for a couple of minutes. Like I said, we're going to begin calling up. We've not started to make any appointments yet because we've been waiting. But with the Wales hairdressers open, now we've got Scotland hairdressers just today, haven't they, that are saying they're going to open. We feel very confident that the 12th of April is the day we'll open. So we'll start to make those calls. Be very patient with us because it takes forever to do calls. If you could be ready for us with them calls, have your preferred dates and times ready for this one, but maybe the next one or two as well. That would be really helpful. We do take a deposit, or I call it a reservation fee. I think that's the proper term for it. So the reservation fee, which is £15, most of you will have probably already done that. So that's fantastic, and thank you for those that have already. If you had an appointment booked in, then during this time of lockdown, you're on the waiting list. If not, jump on that waiting list. It'd be great. It just keeps us all dead organised, and we won't miss anybody. If we do miss you somehow, we've not done it on purpose. Forgive us. I'm going to ask for forgiveness in advance. If that happens, we do not want that to happen. We'll be hitting those phone lines on Monday, and keep going. It takes some time, but yeah, bear with us. If you have any questions in the meantime, you can message on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, is good. Email info@darrenmichael.co.uk. That'll get straight to us as well. You can phone the salon still, and it'll come through to my mobile, or leave a message. I will know that I can see that from my laptop at home as well. What else news-wise? The salon's coming along really, really nice. So that basement will be ready, fully ready. So we've got a new part of the salon, which is really exciting. I think it's looking quite nice. You'll have to let me know. Okay, in the meantime, have a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant evening. Enjoy whatever's on TV. Enjoy your book, whatever you're doing. Have a great evening. Glass of wine. That sounds good. Have a good evening. Thank you for your support. Thank you for caring about us. Thank you for your messages that's been coming through. Take care. All the best.